All right. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the show. KeLe, thank you for coming up here. I know you cherish your days off too. So I'm going to say hi to a couple people. Michael's been in the house for quite some time chit-chatting with me. He is down in Colombia, so we're actually connecting with Mexico tonight.
International.
Carlene,
Woohoo!
International. And Hilda's in here, and Mary Jones in here. Gracie's in here. Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate your support. I almost said my name's in there so many times. I almost said,
We're
oh, I
getting
cleaned my
we're getting
glasses,
a
I
raid.
promise.
You guys, we're getting a raid, Johnny.
All right, soul searching. I'll be purchasing dog leashes soon. Would be interested in what you have to sell. Thank you. Very tired of China made. I totally agree with you. My little friend Isabella is in here. She is my youngest YouTube supporter, Funk Bros. Love the thumbnail, Bella. I'll be home in October, my friend. Thank you for the advice you gave me for my cousin. Absolutely, and don't hesitate to reach out to me. The easiest way to get a hold of me is actually on Instagram these days. So do not hesitate to reach out to me, and we'll see what else we can do. Dream on Wheels raid. They had a great show over there. When I left, there was 32. Well, I actually never left. There was 32 people in the house. So they're rocking it, getting ready to take a big trip. They're going to go to all the meetups. Travis and
Oh
Tanya, I think
wow.
is how you might say it. So, oh, anyway, traveling on, camping therapy, Cookie, Angie, thank you all for being here. Tim is here, Mo Bang, channel member. Before we get rolling tonight, if you're a moderator, put your link in there. If you see a channel member in here, please put their link in here as well. I appreciate each one of you guys. Ann Holland in the house. I haven't seen your sissy in a couple of days. I did see her online last night, though. Vanlife Voyages. All right, all right, all right. That almost sounds like Derek. I think it sounds like Derek. Um, you never know. You never know. Oh, Van Life rocks in the house. Thanks for coming, Ray.
Hi, Ray.
Hilda's
Thanks
in the
for being here.
house.
Hi,
Absolutely.
Robin
I love
Jan
his
Can
new
Van.
hat. I love his new hat. He's got the blue heart on there. I wish I could
Oh,
get a
that's
hat
so
made.
cool.
I need to double time it and get that done. Rob and Jan Can Van. I recently started following their channel. He has
Yeah.
built out an amazing. I like it. There's a couple of things that he did, and I thought, what a fantastic idea. Anybody that's got a guitar and you need to figure out where to store it, go check out Rob and Jan Canvan because he came up with a really neat way that he is not moving it around all the time. And they do that coffee chat as well. Make sure you check them out. New Horizon, thank you for being a moderator. Mine actually doesn't show who's the mods, so it's all black on StreamYard. But New Horizon, rocking it all in the Smoky Mountains. All right, so I told KeLe I want to monopolize the chat for just a couple of minutes when we first get started. Two things. First of all, I've got two small fans blowing on me. If it's too noisy, let me know. I'll adjust those. And I have done quite a few things on the van this week. There's just upkeep. Even with a brand new van, it's like there's always work to be done. But I've got a lagoon table right behind the driver's seat. And every time I was getting out of the driver's seat to come into the back, just a little bit. It would just kind of clip my leg, and it happened more times than not. So I took the table out. I got a little handsaw. I actually did a pretty good straight cut, but I cut about an inch and a half on that table, resanded it, redid the surface. I redid the surface on this one. It's wood. It dries out. It's real humid here, but it does dry out. So I resurfaced this. I resurfaced my lagoon table after cutting an inch and a half off. Both of those turned out real good. And popped the screens out on the windows this morning and got those cleaned up. When you're constantly drawing air in and you live out in the woods, there's like millions of tiny bugs just kind of like it was a burial ground on my screen. So I got that cleaned up, the fan cleaned up. So I've been kind of busy. Oh, I put two more USB ports in. I wired those to the fuse panel. So Susan knows me so well. Is it Tanya? Oh, I knew it was Derek. I said it was Derek.
Where's the comment from Susan? I didn't see that.
I didn't either, but they said he said Susan knows me so well, so I
Oh,
didn't let me scroll up. Oh, you know
I
what? It's
missed
funny.
it.
You can't see the moderators on StreamYard, but you can see people that are channel members. I love that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Southern Indiana. Hello, Darlene. All right. So that's about the updates. I'm going to do a hike tomorrow. No battery, but popping in to say hi. Hi, Deborah. Thanks for being here on my first adventure. Awesome. Love it, love it. Popping. All right. Doreen is here. All right. So, Kel, what else is going on?
Well, I just want to, start off by saying thanks to all our sponsors. I have them listed in the description, and then I'm popping their chats in there. And then I hope Doreen got good information, good news today. Doreen had something going on, and she had to seek some medical attention. So I don't want to tell all her business, but I'm hoping she got good information today. She was getting delayed in the information, so she was hoping to hear something today. So I sure hope that she did. So Doreen, we're glad that you're here. We hope you got good news.
Now,
And
wait a second. Wait.
wait, Doreen
She,
Camping Therapy.
there was a hospital and the information was delayed. I find
Yeah,
that I find that hard to believe.
it was weird. It was a weird story. It didn't sound like anything that would happen at my hospital or your hospital. So
Well, good.
anyway,
She's
um,
down in Irwin, Tennessee, anyway.
we've had a lot of interest of people kind of chiming in on the Facebook group about the weight loss challenge. So I just want to let everybody know we're gonna she got good information. Good. The prayers
Awesome.
worked. Um
Awesome.
the weight loss challenge is so funny. Mo Bang for your buck put a cookie up there. I don't know about a cookie for the weight loss challenge, but we're going to be putting the information out on the Facebook group. I'll be putting that tonight when we hang up from here, and you can just you're independently doing it, but your weigh-in will be tomorrow morning. So you want to do your weigh-in date tomorrow. And I'm not going to have anybody share weigh-in weights with me. The Facebook group post will be real descriptive. But basically, what you're going to share with me is what your goal of how many pounds to release. And then each week, you'll just send me a quick little message. And we'll probably just use my email for that, and just tell me if you're on track. Like, you'll never have to tell me how much you weigh, but you'll just say, yeah, I'm down 2 pounds, or, still working at it, kind of holding the same. And then at the end, what we're going to do is the top 3 people that release the most weight
percent. Percent.
percent, the most percent, we'll get some prizes. And then we're depending on how many people participate. If 3,000 people sign up, that's not going to happen. But if a nominal amount of people participate and stick through it through all the weeks, then at the end there'll be like a participation prize, because we live in the world of everybody gets a ribbon.
We do. We do. Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a weight
Yeah.
loss thing? I'm a solid 125 right now. I feel
Oh,
like my computer's going to short out from Little lying going on in the
Derek's giving
chat.
a little
Just throwing that
misinformation
out there.
there.
125. I'm right. I'm real close to that. I'm real close to that. Oh, I'm doing great. How is everyone? Hope all is well. Gwen as well.
How hot is it
Miss.
where you are? So Michael was sharing in the chat before you guys all got
Oh
here
yeah.
that it's like I think 60 degrees there, or I don't know, it's real
61. I
nominal.
think he said.
61. He
61.
said it never gets too hot because where they are in the mountains of Colombia. So that's kind of cool. It was probably, I didn't look at the temperature today when I was in the car. I had to go get a medical test and I was out and about for a little bit. I would say it was probably 91 to 93. Oh, Isabella's 73 pounds.
70.
Girl,
I know that.
you have
Yeah.
nothing to lose at
I'm gonna
all.
give her. I'm gonna give her 20 pounds when I come home. We'll be good to go. We'll be good to go.
She says she has a new monitor. She wants you to set it up for her when you get home in October.
Awesome. Absolutely.
Hey, Purple
Absolutely.
Tube, thanks for being here.
If I come home on Monday, I'll be there on Tuesday. Bella's my buddy.
Rhonda, thanks for being here. Good to see you in the house. Oh, hi, Freddie. How are you doing? Good to see you here. Your shirt's on its way. You won last week.
I haven't seen 125 since high school. I actually was very skinny in high school. They called me Bones, and I graduated like 97 pounds, and I was 5'7". And I started having children, and I guess most women blame it on babies, but yeah. But after I had all my children, I lost weight and then gained it. So I got to lose a good 30 pounds. I would love to lose 30 pounds.
I feel like ever since we had Maddie, I've gained some weight. I'm up about 15 pounds.
You're ridiculous.
It's stressful being a dachshund mommy.
It is. It very is. Rhonda's in the house. I haven't seen her in a little while. Thank you, Rhonda, for coming.
And thanks for being on Thumb Patrol.
Lighty 160 like a feather. Yep. I've gone from large to medium, trying to get small again. That's awesome.
That's great.
That is awesome.
We need to know what your secrets are.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. Put them in the chat because I want to know. So thank you, Ray, for becoming a member. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And so what was I going to say? We were talking about the weight. I feel like, so we started this conversation last week, and I feel like I might have lost. I want to lose 1 point, like honestly, it's probably like 1.2 a week, and I feel like I did that this week. So I had gone to the store, and I knew that if I completely gave up chocolate, so those of you that don't know, and you might not have seen the video, I am sweating. It's humid in here. I started Vanlife, travel nursing, gained 13 pounds on my first assignment of 13 weeks. So just sat outside of Washington, D.C. You are real close to me. I'm on a travel assignment in West Virginia. I am not far from D.C. And gained 13 pounds in the first 13 weeks. I said if I gained another 13 pounds in the second part of my assignment, 13 weeks, I was going to sell the van. But lots of cooking adjustments, and I didn't want to fail, and I knew if I gave up sugar immediately that it would kill me. And years ago, when I lost a lot of weight, I allowed myself like one of those little Skittles for like my sugar boost, because I did like 15 grams of fat a day. I can't remember how many grams of sugar, like 40. And so I bought Jawbreakers, and I put like, I don't know, 16 of them in a bag, and that's what I got for the entire day. And even today I haven't had any sugar. But it's so funny when you're not thinking about it, you don't know. A friend of mine at work up here at the hospital, she said, oh, I'm going to run up to 7-Eleven. Does anybody want something? I said, yeah, get me a root beer zero. It's got zero sugar in it. And she's like, oh, well, what if they don't have those? And I said, "Oh, well, then just give me like a crush or something." Because I was like, I had already had my coffee. I didn't want to have coffee late at night. She gave me that, and I thought, "Oh, I'm on a diet. I'm going to go ahead and look at the label." I wish I would have been the one buying it because I would never would have bought it. 143% of your sugar intake. It was 71. It was either 73 or 71 grams of sugar in that one bottle of soda. 73. It was 143% of your daily recommended. So no. Do you think people judge nurses or doctors more harshly because they ask patients to lose weight for health?
Well, I think it's the conversation you create with the client. And honestly, I don't know. Maybe I'm telling something to myself, but I mean, I do work night shifts, so most part of the time my people are asleep, but there is not a lot of time to educate patients in the healthcare system. You are running from one task to the next. You usually have one to two more patients than maybe you should have. So there's not a whole lot of education that goes on. When I
Uh,
do talk to patients about stuff, a lot of times there's this thing that always comes up about smoking cessation. And I just start off real
yeah,
honest with them. I'll say,
yeah.
we all make lifestyle choices. You can probably see I make some choices that aren't the best for me. One thing they wanted me to mention to you is we do have resources if you'd like to quit smoking. Is that something you're interested in? If so, I'd like to have the social worker get you those resources. Because in Missouri, there's like free medicine and patches and I don't know, probably support groups, all kinds of stuff. The social worker hooks them up with that. And then they'll say whatever they say. And I say, okay, well, that's great. And then I did have one really super obese man. His BMI was over 50%, and he did want to talk to the nutritionist. So I made sure I put that referral in. But I'm just real honest with them. I mean, when it's something like being overweight, they can see from a mile away I'm obese. So I'm not going to pretend like I'm not. I just hit it head on.
Yeah, and the difference is, like I had a patient the other day, and it actually I only had two patients, so I did have some time, and congestive heart failure, diabetes. So we were talking about diet, and obviously I need to lose weight. There's that certain level of you still have to teach even though when you're overweight. I work with some people that are like severely obese, like heart life threatening obese, and that nurse still has an obligation to talk to that patient about diet because they're the one in the hospital bed, they're the one that needs immediate lifestyle changes, or they're just going to continue a downward slope. So obviously you're gonna, if you weigh 300 pounds and you're talking to somebody about diet, absolutely you're gonna get the eye roll. We are, as healthcare professionals, so people think, oh, you know better, I mean, we talked about it last week. I don't know anybody that's 80 that weighs 300 pounds
Yep.
because it's
Yep.
too hard on their body. They don't live that long. So, and I'm not 300 pounds, but I mean, I'm just saying, it's like you're 180, then you're 190, then you're 200, then you got a bad knee and you can't walk. So, as a nurse, I can tell you, I take care of a lot of people that have addictions. And I 100%, like, I feel for these people because I have a crazy, KeLe will tell you, my sugar addiction is, it's not as life threatening as a heroin addiction, but for someone to kick heroin and for someone to kick sugar when you've got an addiction as bad as I do, it's crazy hard. It's, I mean, it's crazy. If I could kick sugar, I would be 130 pounds.
I
So
think my
I missed some
addiction.
comments. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna
You
scroll
go
up.
ahead and look through comments and I'll talk. I think my addiction isn't so much towards food. I think my addiction is away from activity because on my days off, I really like to just chill out. And Maddie and I find something on Hulu or Netflix or Amazon and we like to play Candy Crush. Maddie is an avid Candy Crush fan. She can't get through the day without pawing it up, swiping her little paws. So I think
Yeah.
I think my weight comes more because I don't get active. I've been trying this summer to go to the mall and walk around in the air condition because it's kind of hot outside. And I don't really want to pay for a gym membership that I'm not going to use. But I last week on my Fitbit, I have some different friends that I'm connected to on my Fitbit, and I was the winner of the week with over 40,000 steps. So of course, a lot of that
Awesome.
comes from work, but being at work and running around like crazy. But anyway, I think we all have our challenges. The one thing that surprises me is at my hospital, there are a ton of the health professionals that still smoke cigarettes. Do you have a lot of people that smoke at your hospital,
Oh,
Johnny?
you know what? I do. It's cool. Well, of course, when she's saying my hospital, I'm going to answer that in two different questions. I just left a hospital that I worked at for 18 years. We literally probably had probably two smokers in the entire ER. The hospital that I'm at right now, on the night shift, I can only talk for the night shift, I think they all smoke. They all go out to their car 2 or 3 times a night. So to me, they either vape or smoke. Um, I mean, that's just, and that's reading into it. None of them say, I know the one does, but none of them, and the one that does for sure, he's also the one that is, he's a big guy. He's a very big
He's
guy.
got
So,
an elevated BMI. Yeah, so there's a ton of people
yeah.
at my work that smoke, I'm assuming, tobacco products. I mean, I don't think it's vaping, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, when they go out to their car, I always offer to hold their phone because we have to have the phone held in case monitors would call us and it doesn't reach out to the parking lot. But yeah, I think they go out at least, 2 to 3 times a night. But I don't really, I don't, I'm okay with holding their phone. If I
So
wanted
I'm
to
going to
go
answer. Oh,
go
yeah.
out and do something and I'd have them hold my phone.
Yeah. I'm gonna comment on this question, and uh, I always like kind of like I'm a nurse. I'm not a doctor, but I feel like the bedside nursing, it's so busy, you don't get all the education that you used to get. We used to spend all kinds of time at the bedside. Now they want you, when you get out of here, go see a dietitian so that they can help you with your diet plan for your newly diagnosed condition. And that's so how many people follow up? You already lost how many days off work being in the hospital. You're not going to lose another day off going to see a dietitian when you can Google it at some point. A lot of people, I think, when they think about anything with the heart, they think of smoking. Congestive heart failure, you really, really, really have to watch your sodium. So many people that have congestive heart failure, they act like they've never heard that before. I said, well, what did you eat for supper last night? I had shrimp and I had crab and I had a crab cake and it's like you just ate every meal, every part of your meal lives in the ocean. And now you're here in congestive heart failure. I mean, it's just so watch your sodium. Watch your sodium.
Johnny,
The smoking,
oh,
yeah.
oh, go ahead.
The smoking obviously is going to affect it, but congestive heart failure, when you're going to have an acute congestive heart failure like episode, typically we see that at Easter. You're eating ham, you're eating leftover ham, you're eating ham salad. Christmas, you're eating ham, you're eating. So anyway, so that's my soapbox. There's so many things that are like diet centered. Our society
Um,
has.
Angie, I just got done doing a paper on congestive heart failure for school, and it was saying it's a very complicated disease to self manage because you have a new medication regimen, which has to do with the Lasix and getting the water off. And then it's diet, like Johnny just said. And then there's suggested activity levels to keep,
Mhm.
promote health. And then there's also mood. And they said that a lot of times people that get diagnosed with a long term illness, their mood gets impacted, and then that impacts their eating and their medication compliance. So I typed in the chat an app. It's called Health Storylines, and it's free. You can put your information in there, and it'll help you manage those different things. And it also has a part where you can print out a report and take it to your doctor to kind of show how you're doing.
And this comment that Ann's got is important too. Like people, the doctor says, "Oh, you need to go on a diet," and right away people are like, "Oh my gosh." And I also find that with myself, like I tried to do like the South Beach diet before, the keto diet. I feel like if I am using the word diet, I do really good. I do really good for about 2 or 3 weeks. My problem is sustaining that lifestyle. I I have foods that I like. For me, sugar is a food group. It's the worst thing. And I do have to say, I'm doing better. I've got this is I bought a case of water. I bought some of that zero Gatorade just because I'm going on a hike tomorrow. I do need electrolytes. Um, got some root beer zero, which Kelly will tell you. I'll buy a root beer and it'll last me 2 or 3 days because I just don't drink that much soda. But every now and then you want something. But so my vice is sugar. I don't normally eat a whole lot of at dinner time. It's the dessert. It's the in between sugar snacks. So yeah. So this week one, I've done good. I don't have a scale. Someone said, "Oh, I just go by my clothes." So I don't have a scale in the van. There's not room. I'm not getting one. I could put one in here. I'm not getting one in here.
Well, you can always
Hello,
weigh at
Aaron
the
Jameson.
hospital. You could
Oh
always
yeah, at
weigh
the
at the
gym.
hospital too,
I
or
can
the
wait. Yeah, I
gym.
can wait at the
Yeah.
gym.
Deborah, thanks for being here. Well, and then the other thing that Johnny was kind of talking to me about when she came home is, the first 13 weeks, one reason why she felt like she gained weight is she'd be in the van alone at night and automatically she'd be like lonely or bored, because she didn't have her amazing wife or
Yeah.
adorable dachshund with her. And she would kind of eat out of boredom or loneliness. So
Oh,
then one of the
absolutely.
keys to that is not having those snacks in the van.
Right.
If you don't buy it, it's not there.
Right. That's exactly right. And that's what I did. I went grocery shopping. I bought, celery, celery and carrots and just stuff for cooking for actual, and I've been cooking. I just been cooking like, quick and easy type stuff. So I'm getting better. My name is Gracie. I'm a sugarholic. Yeah. Yeah. I need to research some more keto and you know, I could do like the meat thing and because I do like, I like grilling. I like grilling outside. Don't go to Costco hungry. Amen. So, anyway, I'm on a wagon of eating clean and green again. That's it.
Who's
Eating
on
clean
that
and green.
wagon?
That's
Oh,
Gracie.
good
That's Gracie.
job. I
Just in time for.
keto works for me until 3 or 4 or 5 or 7 days in, and then I want to eat carbs, and then it doesn't work for me. So my workplace pays half of the amount for Weight Watchers on a monthly basis. So I haven't been following it, but I haven't canceled. Oh, hey, welcome in.
Steve's
But I
on
have
Team
I
Johnny.
yeah. Oh, well, that's fine. There doesn't have to be teams unless everybody wants to be on my team and you just have Steve. Um, but anyway, with the Weight Watchers thing, it's not about not eating certain things, it's how much you eat of things. So I
Yeah, I
think
was going to
that
try and
might
get that. Yeah.
be.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, and that is exactly true, and for most people. But again, I have to say, like, we'll go get. I won't eat a 6 ounce steak. We'll take some home to Maddie, and I still, it's the sugar in between. Oh, gotcha. He was talking about Team Johnny on here,
Oh,
not the weight thing,
it's
not the weight
both
thing.
of
Yeah,
us. Okay, it's both of us.
yeah. There you go.
So I'm just going to talk to Angie for a second. So we have the app on our phone. What do you call that app? With SSM Health, I forget what it used to be called, but with My Mercy, it's called My
My chart.
Mercy. My
My
chart.
chart.
Yeah, my chart. And then I used to have so much luck reordering Johnny's prescription drugs or getting an appointment or getting a question answered. So if you have any of those electronic communication options with your doctor's office, I think they're just faster with that instead of returning phone calls. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying it's the truth. Hey Carol, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Carol.
I do have something important I want to tell the folks. I want them to get their calendar out and mark down next Monday. Red Riding Hood and I are going to be guest on Travel Chicks Chat with Charlie Grace. So that's super exciting.
Yep. And also on your calendar, write it down. Derek and Tanya are doing my July 27th live stream. So head on over to Derek and Tanya. Try not to, if you've got a weak bladder, you might want to, they're kind of funny. You might.
They're flipping hilarious.
Oh, I
Sometimes
know.
they do like they cook on the show. I love it when they cook. I like it when they make cocktails on the show. They have a real fun show. It's making our show seem really boring.
On our first retiree trip in the new teardrop, it's hot in Orlando. We're sure. I know. Yeah. Take care and hope you're doing well. Thank you,
Oh,
Sonia.
so exciting. I'm glad that you're on
Teardrops are
your
awesome.
yeah, I'm glad you're on your
Congratulations on
retirement trip.
retirement. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, I think those little teardrops are cute. Dee's friend Jan, who lives up in the Northwest, I guess like probably Washington area, she had a little teardrop in the
Yeah.
part where we're at Quartzsite, and it's so cute when you go in there. It's so functional. If
It
Johnny and I
was
were more,
neat.
if Johnny and I, when we travel together, if we decide we don't want to do the van for some reason, the teardrop might be great because then you drop it off and then you have your vehicle.
Right. And
But
it is convenient because I will say though, I 100% agree. I feel like, so along with everything, there's pros and cons to every lifestyle. When you're solo like this and you're kind of just driving pocket parking, you don't have a destination with a reserved campground. I like van life. You hear something, you get kind of weirded out about something, you get in the driver's seat and you move. You don't even have to get out of your car. You're in a camper, your vehicle's in front of you, unconnected from your rig, and you hear something, you got to wait it out. Hopefully, you got bear spray or something. Hopefully, it's nothing. Hopefully, it's a bear and you got a good shot of it. But um, so there's pros and cons to everything. With the camper, you park it and you just go, because there's been so many places that I wanted to see here in West Virginia, and I thought, if I get my van down there, can I get it back out? It's like, so and then in that case, when I'm by myself, more times than not, I park down the road. I got to walk back, walk down the hill. I'm putting extra miles. So it's kind of like everything has its pros and cons. But the teardrops, I've seen several tours on New Jersey Outdoor Adventures, and they're really nice. They're really, low energy. Her solar panels fit right in the back of her truck. She set them up every day. It was awesome. I mean, she always had, like, she had propane, she had hot water, she had a hot shower, she cooked. It was awesome. So it's pretty neat, pretty neat.
yeah, I
So
thought the teardrop.
congratulations on retirement.
Yeah, congratulations. Someday we'll retire. I'm hoping it's before a couple days before I die.
I'm retiring I'm going to retire when I'm 55. I'm going to hike the Appalachian Trail, and then I'm going to come back out of retirement, maybe, and 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 maybe start working again. No,
Oh,
Kelly and I want to travel together and do some assignments together.
look at Conzel's. Just found the site,
I
starting the
just saw it.
process. I'll let you read it.
Just found this site. I'm starting this process, trauma RN, not wanting to go back to the hospital. Selling my home and evaluating what I really want in a mobile van. Check out some of my build videos, although, sometimes it's if you're not going to build it out yourself, kind of hop straight to the tour video. But I am loving the van life while I'm travel nursing. And if you get going, you get your first assignment, you decide to go with a van, you decide to go with a camper, you're going to go 700 miles to a new location, find a campground, book 1 week, because there's probably a nurse that has land that you can park on. That's exactly what I'm doing. And I am pocketing over $4,000 of housing stipend um, while living in the van. So if you're okay with small spaces and dumping your gray tank, and then it's the way to go. A girl that just finished a contract with me, she's heading to Boston, and her housing for 3 months, that's 3 months, not monthly, is $14,000. So out of all the money that she's going to make on that contract, 14,000 has to go to her apartment. So she's young and she can afford it, but I was like, Lauren, buy a van. Give Edward Jones that $14,000, and at the end of your contract, at the end of your, you'll have, triple your money. So it's definitely exciting. It's highly suggested.
Well, the
So
other thing that's like a disadvantage of booking your whole, well, I see both sides of it. If you don't book your whole thing up front and you run into problems, then you're, stuck, or who knows what'll happen. But a lot of times you get to these assignments and other workers, nurses, they have a room to rent or space on their
yeah,
property, or they know
yeah,
somebody that's going to be out of the country and they need a house sitter. So you can really, by doing it all
yeah,
up front, you're kind of locking yourself
locking
in.
yourself in. Yeah. But the other thing is, it's not just RV parks. There's trailer parks. There's right where I work, there's a casino 2 blocks away. You can park in casinos, but you got to have solar. So that's the best thing about those little teardrops, the smaller cargo trailers. Not like I did that tour. It's 7 foot by 12 foot. I highly would not suggest do it. But you can have a smaller type SUV and pull a teardrop. What'd she have? She had a Jeep. It wasn't a Cherokee. It was a Jeep Liberty. Was that what she
Yeah,
had?
I think it was something along those lines. If
It
it
was
wasn't
not a
exactly
Cherokee.
that.
I think it
No, it
was a
was
Liberty.
smaller. It was small. It was a small
Yeah,
little SUV.
yeah. Well, it was a Jeep, so it almost had to be a Liberty, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, smaller SUV, and you can pull that teardrop. So the most I ever paid for rent was 6,500 a month.
Oh
Gosh,
my gosh,
that's
where
so
was
yeah.
that at? I guess
Well,
New
I
York.
mean, he's been New York, he's been California. So
Yeah.
I was young and stupid. I won't highlight that one. No. Sorry to hear about your loss. I missed that. Sorry to hear about your loss, Susan. Thanks for the warm welcome. Absolutely. That's how we roll here. So, anyway, we've talked about diet, that boring subject. We've talked about the van. What else did I do in the van? I did laundry today. I got water today. I washed the van today. If you like your van clean, that's expensive. I mean, it's like $8 every time you want to wash your van. So, and if you like it clean, and you vlog and take videos of your van and you have to keep it clean, no.
That's
But
awful, Doreen. Somebody parked their teardrop in a hotel parking lot while staying there. Thieves broke in and stole their solar panels, jackery, etc.
etc.
Well,
And a lot of
yeah.
insurances won't cover the belongings inside. I've heard, so I don't know about
Yeah.
that. I heard that somewhere else. Somebody had their front window of their van broke, and they tried to get into the van and steal stuff, and it was just, yeah. So obviously that's always something that you think about when you're living van life. And
Yeah.
actually, I kind of made buddies with security. I gave them all a tour of the van. They were super excited to, like, hey, can we look in there? So then we were chit chatting. So I actually moved it right outside the ambulance bay doors. I parked there every single shift. So I do have one of those clamps that go around the wheels. The only time I really do that is when I'm at a trailhead. And not that it's going to deter somebody from breaking in, but I feel like if I've got that clamp on the wheel, they're probably thinking, if I went through all the trouble to do that, what kind of a security camera or system do I have on the inside? So, and I keep the blind. I've got a curtain that I put up. It's actually on that side of me today. I switched seats so people wouldn't think I was growing moose horns. So, yeah. So I haven't had a problem. I don't want to put it out there in the universe. I'll knock on wood. So, but I have heard of people getting their rigs broken into. Just like any, my daughter's car was broke into right outside our subdivision. So. Where do you live for 200 a month? He is in Colombia, Carol. He is in Colombia, South America. He is international. Somebody said something was so hard to deal with. How is it that little cooling unit working out? So far, so good. So I tell you what I do. I'm gonna actually spin around and I'm gonna show you what I've got. Ugh. And I hope I don't get a leg cramp while I'm doing it.
I love your logo, She Devil Adventures. That's so cute. I like
Okay, so
that.
my best friend that got me the little air cooler. I was at her house before I left. We celebrated 4th of July together. She gave me this tin. And what I like about this tin is its size. Because everything has to be the perfect size in van life because you don't have enough room for wasted space. So this little tin, Doreen told me to use distilled water. So I filled this up with distilled water. And I put my filter. This goes in that little air unit. I put this in this tin and I put it in the refrigerator. And I get that out and I put it in that little cooler. And of course, I'm sitting right in front of it and it feels like heaven. And I feel like once you kind of get acclimated to the room temperature, it really helps. Um, I think it really helps. I was reading a chat. I got distracted. It wasn't Doreen. It must have been someone else. Yeah, someone told me to use distilled water because that's what you use in CPAP machines. You'd think I would know that, but I didn't. But love the little air cooler so far. Now, I will say, because full disclosure, it's not like when it gets to be 100 degrees, it's not gonna like keep me, oh, I feel so good. It's gonna be like I'm gonna be sitting right in front of it. I actually tried to order another filter for it and it's the wrong size. I can't find that size. But it feels good for immediate, if you wake up and it's like, oh man, it's hot in here, sit in front of that, get yourself kind of cooled down a little bit, get your fans pointed in the right direction, get that air moving, and it's tolerable. I was video editing the other day. I was up on the bed. It was 87 degrees in here. I was fine. I had these little USB fans. I won't. These little USB fans are golden. I said it before. Those are like 3 years old. Got two of them. I put one on both sides of me while I'm sleeping. It's golden. So, oh, what did I miss?
Oh my gosh, you know what I just thought of? This is so crazy. I just now thought of this. Next month this time I'm going to be where Johnny is in West Virginia from the 18th to the 25th. I do not want to be hot in the van.
Yeah,
We got to get an air
yeah, you
conditioning
are.
situation figured out.
You are going to be 87 degrees.
Oh, I'm not
Yep.
sure that I'm going to be liking that. Uh-oh.
Yeah. It is.
Uh-oh.
It is. Yeah. If you've got animals, I could never bring Maddie with me. I could never bring Maddie with me. It would no way.
Poor
So,
little Maddie. She would get too
yeah.
hot. Poor little Maddie would need to be with Mama KeLe, and we'll be staying at the Home Suites by Hilton.
You're ridiculous.
Maybe the Residence Inn at Marriott.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
funny.
anybody that can, check out Rob and Jan Can Van. They have a great channel. I'm going to go pull the link and drop it in the chat. Moderators, feel free to drop your link in the chat.
Yeah, yeah, it did not have that. I thought so too. I thought they'd have a link. I thought like a website link, but try to park in the shade. I am 100% in the shade, and that's what's good about this spot is I do have shore power where I'm at this lady's house. So I'm on
Yeah.
shore power right now. Um, I've got my fan on. I've got a couple little small fans blowing on me. I do okay. It's not. I don't know. It's like 80 something in here though. It's 83, so I'm okay. I feel like it was 93. 93 is probably the hottest I've woke up to so far. And it didn't take me long to get cooled down, get more air moving in here. And so I think it's becoming more humid and I have a feeling it's gonna be a rough August, I think. So
Oh, and then I haven't emailed you properly, Steve, but Johnny and I have
yeah,
talked about it. We do want to
yeah.
we do want to come boondock with you and hang out around a campfire. 1 or 2 nights. So I'm gonna fly in on the 18th. Usually the first night we're together is not good because we've worked 3 nights in a row. But like the 19th through the 24th, if there's a day or two that would be good for us to pop by, we'd love to come meet you and visit and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we've been talking about installing an air unit. So I'm going to be home in yeah, that's another one. I'm going to be home in course for this year probably not, but it really depends. I mean, it really depends how August goes. If August is just too unbearable, then my sister, you guys remember the red van I had? My sister bought this little stand-up unit like Gina has, and she I talked to her yesterday or the day before, and she loves it. So I could even go with that. She said it's cold in here, so
Hmm.
yeah, yeah,
Well, they're saying that Matty Van Halen, he did a portable air conditioner where you can remove it. Maybe that would be something, we have it
yeah,
in for the hot months and then take it out. I
yeah.
don't know.
And there's a small unit thing that I've seen. I mean, it really is small that I probably could make work. Um, I don't know. I'm trying not to be spoiled and trying not to be. I don't want to have a heat stroke in here, but I'm trying. As long as I keep the air moving, I'm good. So, and the other day it was like 91 outside. It was probably 93 outside. It was 91 in here. I was getting ready for work. I started the van up, cooled it down in here a little bit. Um, Actually drove to the hospital, got ready at the hospital. So, yeah, they've got that portable one too. It works great. Yep. So, and I'm told I can it's got its own little dump tray. You can vent it out the window. That's what Bobby does. So you never know what I'm going to do.
Hmm.
Yep. There's a teardrop that has a window AC. It's always removable. Yep. So
Well, that's
I
good.
used AC while tent camping. Tent camping. I wonder what that was. I wonder if that's one of those like it's not really a swamp cooler. It's like a air. It's not the Arctic air. Is it the Arctic air? It looks like a cooler, and I thought about that. It's like 300 and something dollars. I could when we go home in October, I could drop it off when I go to Arizona. It's literally like a cooler, and honestly, I probably could. Yeah, we've been talking about a mini split. So
Somebody that we know, Justin and Christina,
absolutely,
that used to be, he
absolutely.
did a lot of research and he said, those splits are the way to go. But yeah. I don't know. Johnny, something I was just thinking
Right.
about out loud. My
Uh-huh.
commitment with the hospital is going to be done May of 2023. So I guess our first contract together, it will be warm weather and we would have Maddie with us. So we got to get
Yeah.
the air
Yeah, that's what
conditioning
I'm
figured out
saying.
by May 2023.
Yeah, and we will. Yeah, it's
You
just a
know,
matter of and most people probably are like, why didn't you think about that when you built your van out? But I really do. I really like, you know, I kind of roughing it. So easier for me to deal with the hot weather. I think it's different for everybody. I've got an amazing backpacking quilt that's down and it's good to 20 degrees. So I would heat up the camp. I would heat up the van and then go to bed. And I never was like, oh my gosh, I'm so cold. I mean, it was cold getting out from underneath the covers. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Nina. Thank you for everything that you explain. I think you're awesome and I appreciate your content very much. Thank you so much. I
that's so
appreciate
sweet.
that.
I don't know how much
I've got
she
a little,
appreciates that.
yeah, here you go. Thank you. So, anyway, yeah, what were we talking about? But anyway, the cold, I just heat it up and then I'm good. So the van is so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much.
V
That's
is
a new
dancing.
cash element. Yeah.
V's got her dancing dress on. That's cute. Her
Oh,
little
yeah.
emoji. She's dancing
Yes,
to
she
the music.
does. Yep. Yep. Oh, yeah. So far so good. I think so. I talked to the people up here, and they're like, "Oh, just wait till August." So I'm kind of like, there's days. It's funny because there's days when it's like, "Oh, it's 87 in here. That's not bad at all." And then there's days when it's 87. It's like, why is it so hot in my van? You know. So it's different. I cooked probably about an hour ago, and I felt like, oh my goodness, it's like starting to heat up in here. Let me pull this one up before it goes the other way. Started offering monthly deals on some of the bigger car washes down here.
That's kind of
Oh,
good. That's
see, I would
nice.
love that.
You would
I would
love that.
love that. Because I really do. I like keeping it clean. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you another reason. So I go to a lot of, back road places. A lot of, like, even where I'm staying at, it's kind of a gravel dirt road. So I've got on the wheel wells, there's like this little, I call it a flange type shelf. Rocks get up in there. So I went to my auto mechanic that's right down the street from us. We were just hanging out. He was looking at the van and he's like, see this right here? Make sure when you get on the road and you're at all your campgrounds, make sure that these little pockets here stay clean because that's the number one cause of breakdown and rust around the wheel well. So I am like fanatical about it where, I'm constantly, it's like, oh, is there a rock there? Getting it out. And so I love to go in a car where even just to spray those wheel wells out because that rust, when it takes off, you're done. So I can pay 45 a year here for a weekly wash. It would. Oh wow. Thin Blue Lane is in the house. Thanks for being here. We just need 85 hours. That's a walk in the park.
That has to be
If
like one
if
playlist, huh?
if 9 people in this stream out of if 9 people out of 59 played their playlist before they went to bed, even if they shut it off when they woke up, that would give them the 85 hours. That would be have to head out by Carol. We have the 3500 extended. Did I miss a question?
Somebody asked what kind of van we had. I thought they were
Oh,
talking
okay.
to us. They
Oh,
might have
no
been
worries.
talking to
No
somebody
worries.
else. That's
Oh,
our
no
van,
worries.
though.
Oh, yeah. What kind of van you have? All right. So I'm gonna click that out. Kelly, you want to give away a prize?
Yeah, I was just gonna
Let's give a
say,
couple away.
type in AC if you want to be on the
AC.
wheel. AC if you want
There
to
you go.
be on the wheel. And then Johnny, are you staying up and doing a panel chat, or are we done after an hour?
We may be done. We may.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on a big hike tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna
Okay.
take a big hike. I'm gonna bring all you guys along. I'm gonna videotape the entire thing. I'm actually going. I'm gonna leave here about 4 a.m. and it's gonna be amazing hike. I've actually done it already. I'll give you a hint, but I rudely did not record it because I was flying up that mountain to get to where I wanted to be.
Because the weather, wasn't the weather moving in or something?
It was dark. It was going to be dark. I was
Oh,
gonna.
something. Yeah, I knew something was happening.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate that.
So, just a couple of things, just recaps because we have new people in. Tomorrow you'll see updates on the weight loss contest participation on the Facebook group. I will be on Charlie Grace with Red Riding Hood on Monday night. I'm a little nervous about that, but I know Charlie Grace is awesome, so she'll make me feel comfortable.
Kelly, we're
Any
hiking in Woodstock.
oh oh well, you'll be hiking. You and Steve will be hiking. I'll be candy crushing or something. I'll make sure the van's safe wherever we park it. Um, I guess it depends on what kind of hike it is. If it's at the mall or the beach, I might go. But
Yeah. Yep.
oh, he's got to do a hot water replacement tomorrow. Bill and
Awesome.
Nancy
Yeah.
do. I always
Hot
hate
waters
that
are
for
one of
them, all
those.
the
Yeah.
repairs they've had. It seems like everybody's kind of got a chance to type in. Um,
Yeah.
oh, she would love to go hike
I
them Andes
would.
Mountains. Oh, she
I
would love
would.
that. All right, you talk
I
to
gotta
the
get this
people.
13 pounds off first.
You talk to the people while I do this.
What's that big hike down? I want to do a hike down in South America. What's a good hike in South America? Ah, it's in
I
Costa
don't know.
Rica. I think it's in Costa Rica.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Michael knows. I don't know.
Oh well. Yeah, I want to go there. Postponing. Oh, the smoke. Oh, the smoke in the Pacific West. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of fires. They had. Did you hear they had tornadoes in Canada the other day? I follow a guy
Oh,
from Ontario.
Is that a
I, I
first for them?
well, I follow. My self reliance lives in Ontario, and oh, you know what? Jan and Rob and Jan live in, and they said, yeah, yeah, it's not common for tornadoes in Canada. So
I
yeah,
don't know that I ever
that's
heard
it.
that.
That's it. That's it. Yep, Machu Picchu. Yep, I want
Oh,
to do
now
that.
that is something
Yep,
I've had an interest in
that's
that.
yeah,
I'd
that's my
probably have
bucket
to.
list. I want that one, and I want the Tour de Mont Blanc hike. Yeah.
Do you want to do that pilgrimage hike in Spain
Ah,
that we've
yeah, I
seen
want to do
movies
that.
about?
Yeah, Santiago. Yeah,
I
yep.
don't know how many miles that one is.
It's like 500.
500?
Yeah,
How many
500.
days would that take? 2 or 3? The good news is the um the thing worked. The copying of the names.
Awesome, awesome. Share that, and we'll give away a couple prizes. We got some amazing
Did it
sponsors on our
show?
channel as well.
Did it
It
show?
sure
Okay.
did. It sure
Okay, so
did.
those are the names and they're alphabetical. Now I'm gonna like switch them around. How many prizes do you want to do, babe?
You'll give a couple away. Yeah, we'll give a
Okay, we'll
couple
give
away.
2 away.
If yeah,
People out there that might be new, only you can only win once a time. So you'll see me remove a name for the winner. So we'll do the 2. Well, let's do 3 winners. We'll do the 3 winners, and then we'll do the prizes and see what the winners won. So, boop, no
yeah.
further ado. Can you hear the audio of the wheel?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll have to change it. Usually it doesn't work. Oh, a newcomer. Oh, well, a newcomer. Angie, hey, yay.
There you go. Yep.
I'm writing your name down, Angie.
I think she got a shirt not real long ago.
Did she?
I think she,
good.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Someone like forwarded it to her. You know,
Oh,
like
that's right.
yeah,
V1,
yeah.
and then she forwarded it to Angie. So maybe Angie
If
will
she
win something
wins
different.
if she wins one of my shirts and she wants a coffee mug instead, we'll swap that out.
Yeah, so I have Angie's email. We've emailed before. Oh,
Awesome.
look at that. Bill and
There
Nancy
you
just
go.
won.
Oh my gosh.
Now, Bill and Nancy, I don't know if I have their email. So they definitely will have to email me. We'll see what they win and then we'll go from there. Because
Thank you
sometimes
so
I need
much
to
for the
email.
super sticker.
Sometimes who
That
did a
is so
super
awesome.
sticker? Oh my gosh, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
that's amazing.
That's
Thank you so
amazing.
much. Yeah.
Oh, Robin
Robin Jan
Can
Can. There you go. All right. So
Robin
we've
Can,
got.
you got to put my email up, babe. You have my email up so that people know how to find me. Let me get the prize wheel open. Do you see the prize wheel now? Or do you see the other wheel? Did I freeze? Uh-oh. Did we freeze? Johnny? Am I frozen? Are you frozen? I don't know if Johnny's frozen or I'm frozen. I can't see if that's the prize wheel or if that's... Okay, that's the prize wheel. Sorry, guys. I usually have her kind of helping me with that. So this is for our first winner, who was Angie. So it's a mug. So you're going to win a mug. And I have your address, so I'll get that sent out to you. And I don't remove the prizes like I've said in the past because that's just confusing to me. But nobody else will be winning the mug tonight. So let's see who our second winner, who was Bill and Nancy. Let's see what they won. Oh, it was close. $5 PayPal. So I just need your email for that. And I'll send you your $5 PayPal. And let's see who our third winner, Rob and Jan. Let's see what they won. They won the $10 Amazon from Mr. Jerry Holly. So I will need your email for the $10 Amazon. So how cool is that? All right, let's see if Johnny's back. Oh, I'm here by myself. Well, that's no fun. I guess you guys can hear me. And let me go back to the chat. I had it in participant mode. Live chat. Live chat. Okay. Sorry, Robin Jan, you didn't win a new car unless you can trade a $10 Amazon gift card for it. Parrot and dogs are the best weather predictors. So that's interesting. And let's see. Congratulations to everybody. Hi, Shanna. So good to see you. So good to see you. Thank you so much, everybody. So Johnny did freeze, so we can see that. And let's see. Oh, I'm not frozen. They hear me, but not. Okay. So let's see. Well, everybody, I'm going to just say goodbye. I'll type my email in for Bill and Nancy and Rob and Jan because they probably don't have it. That's not it. It's vanderelad@yahoo.com. Thanks so much for everybody coming to the show this week. Johnny and I sure appreciate it. We appreciate your friendship, your support, all the members and super chats and moderators. Thank you to everybody. Remember to tune in next week over at Vanlife Voyages because they're going to be co-hosting. Thanks so much. Talk to you guys later.